Imagine an island where wild nature covers nearly every corner. No crowded cities, no rush, just endless coastlines, rugged mountains, and landscapes so diverse they make you feel like you've stepped into a different world. This is Sardinia, a place where tradition meets untouched beauty in the middle of the Mediterranean. But don't be fooled by its peaceful look, because beneath these ancient lands lie stories of civilizations long gone and landscapes so unique they seem almost otherworldly. Welcome to Sardinia, a land of mystery, history, and breathtaking wonders. So, why has so much of this island stayed so pure and wild? And what secrets does it keep hidden in its hills and shores? Let's dive into the incredible wonders of Sardinia. Seldom does a beach offer such a perfect fusion of scenic tranquility and silent historical depth as Punta Molentis. Were you to arrive by yacht at dawn, the bay would appear almost untouched, as if waiting to tell its story. It is not just another sunny cove. It is a place where time seems to pause, inviting reflection and wonder. What makes Punta Molentis unforgettable is the way its calm waters conceal centuries of shifting human and natural narratives. To lie beneath the Sardinia sun, here is to bathe not only in warmth, but in the legacy of Mediterranean life. No sooner have you anchored offshore than the gentle breeze begins to speak of ancient sea routes and coastal traditions. Only in Punta Molentis does leisure become a dialogue with the past, quiet yet undeniably present. Had explorers centuries ago seen this same shoreline, they too might have paused, drawn in by its subtle magic. A destination it may be, but more than that, it is an experience shaped by beauty, silence, and memory. Such is the charm of this place. Not loud, not crowded, but deeply alive in every ripple and ray of sun. Not merely a beach, it is a living archive of human connection to land, sea, and survival. Now, before we move on to the next destination, here's a fun question for you. What type of landscape is Sardinia most known for? Comment your answer below. Porto Flavia is not merely a relic of the past, It is an unmatched monument of industrial archaeology carved into the cliffs of Sardinia's southwest coast. Why does this abandoned structure continue to draw tens of thousands of visitors every year from all corners of the world? Perhaps it is the way engineering genius meets natural grandeur in a place where metal once met ocean. Built in just 2 years, Porto Flavia was named not after a location, but after Flavia, the beloved daughter of its visionary engineer, Cesare Vecellio. Though part of the Maswa mining complex, it was never a mine itself, but a revolutionary shipping port for extracted minerals. Abandoned gradually in the 1960s, Porto Flavia fell into silence until modern restoration efforts brought it back to life as a cultural site. Sailing beneath towering rock walls and drawing closer to the port's arched opening, one cannot help but feel the magnitude of human ingenuity. And as the boat slows near the base of the cliff, who could gaze upward at this engineering marvel and not feel a surge of awe? If you are watching this, please click the subscribe button in the corner of the screen. It's completely free, but means a lot to us. The clear turquoise waters of Spiaggia di Feraglione sparkle brilliantly against the rugged rocky coast. Jagged cliffs rise dramatically from the sea, framing a breathtaking view of the azure horizon near Teulada. The coastline's raw beauty is defined by sharp rocks and untouched natural formations that tell stories of ancient seas. Every inch of this landscape invites exploration, where sea and stone meet in perfect harmony. Few places capture the wild spirit of Sardinia, quite like this remote beach, where nature reigns supreme. Located near the town of Chia in southern Sardinia, Spiaggia su Giudeo is renowned for its unspoiled beauty and serene atmosphere. Its long stretch of fine white sand and crystal clear turquoise water creates a picture-perfect coastal scene. A small rocky islet, also called Su Giudeo, sits about 150 meters offshore and can be reached on foot during low tide. Behind the beach, tall sand dunes covered in native vegetation and juniper bushes add to the wild natural charm. Nearby, the Spartivento Lagoon lies just inland, separated from the sea by a wide band of dunes. Despite its popularity, the beach remains spacious and peaceful, ideal for those seeking relaxation. Secluded Beach stands as a shining example of southern Sardinia's pristine and captivating coastal landscapes. Cala Mariolu is one of the most enchanting and pristine beaches on Sardinia's eastern coast, a must-see destination for lovers of turquoise seas and rugged cliffs. Nestled within the dramatic landscapes of the Gulf of Orsay, this hidden cove is known for its tiny white pebbles, gently rounded by centuries of waves and tides. The water is strikingly clear, shifting from bright aquamarine near the shore to deep cobalt blue just a few meters out. Perfect for snorkeling and scuba diving, Cala Mariolu reveals underwater scenery as vivid and mesmerizing as the views above. Because of its position beneath steep limestone cliffs, parts of the beach fall into gentle shade by late afternoon, a welcome break from the midday sun. For most travelers, reaching Cala Mariolu by boat is not only the most practical method, but also the most beautiful. Daily boat tours depart from Cala Gonone, Arbatax, and Santa Maria Navarrese, offering breathtaking views of the towering coastline along the way. As you sail past soaring cliffs and secret inlets, anticipation builds until Cala Mariolu reveals itself, glowing like a jewel at the base of the rock. The boat anchors offshore and you can swim to shore or step down directly onto the pebbled beach, depending on the vessel. With time to swim, sunbathe, or snorkel, you're free to enjoy the peace and vivid colors that make this cove so special. For those seeking a beach experience both adventurous and unforgettable, Cala Mariolu is Sardinia at its absolute finest. Cala Domestica is one of Sardinia's most captivating beaches, located on the southwestern coast of the island. This stunning cove features golden sands embraced by steep cliffs and rocky formations that create a dramatic backdrop. The clear blue waters invite visitors to swim, snorkel, or simply relax under the Mediterranean sun. Once a mining area, Cala Domestica's history is still visible through the old mining ruins that add a unique charm to the landscape. Walking along the beach, you can explore hidden caves and tunnels carved into the cliffs, remnants of its industrial past. Unlike many other Sardinian beaches, Cala Domestica offers both natural beauty and a glimpse into the island's mining heritage. There are no large resorts here, which helps preserve its peaceful and unspoiled atmosphere. Nearby facilities provide basic amenities, but the beach's true appeal lies in its wild and rugged character. Accessible by car and a short walk from the parking area, Cala Domestica is a perfect destination for adventurers and nature lovers alike. Is Cala Domestica on your bucket list now? Drop a 2 if you've already been, or a 4 if it's just made it to the top of your must-see list. Cala Goloritse is a truly unique beach, formed by a massive landslide in 1962 that created a towering 143-meter limestone pinnacle. Protected by environmental regulations, boats must stay at least 200 meters away from the shore, with buoys marking the boundary. This beach is part of the stunning Gulf of Orosei coastline, which also features famous spots like Cala Luna and Cala Mariolu. While some beaches along this coast are accessible by car, Cala Goloritse can only be reached on foot or by boat, adding to its secluded charm. Declared a natural monument in the 1990s, Cala Goloritse remains remarkably well preserved, providing visitors with an exclusive experience. From the shore, visitors can admire the brilliant blues and greens of the sea, perfect for underwater exploration. Situated just south of Cala Biriola, this beach is recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site for its natural beauty and ecological importance. The hike to Cala Goloritse takes over an hour and can be challenging, but the breathtaking views make every step worthwhile. Capo Cacha races like a majestic limestone guardian above the sea, sculpted by centuries of wind, salt, and sun. Located near the charming city of Alghero in northwestern Sardinia, it stands as one of the island's most awe-inspiring coastal icons. Its vertical cliffs, glowing white under the Mediterranean light, drop steeply into the blue, forming a natural wall between sky and ocean. From afar, the headland curves boldly outward, resembling a stone ship forever anchored to the land. Hidden within its base is the spectacular Grotta di Nettuno, a marine cave filled with stalactites, columns, and a magical saltwater lake. The descent to the cave via the Escala del Cabirol, with its 656 carved steps clinging to the cliff, offers a thrilling perspective. Visitors also have the option to arrive by boat, sailing along the rugged coast while seabirds glide overhead. The Cape's cliffs are home to rare wildlife, including peregrine falcons and griffon vultures that soar silently in the updrafts. Capo Caccia lies within the Porto Conte Regional Park, an area known for its ecological richness and natural beauty. Beneath the surface, scuba divers explore underwater grottos and coral-covered walls in some of Sardinia's clearest waters. During golden hour, the entire headland glows with warm light, transforming rock and sea into a living painting. Standing tall above it all, the Capo Caccia lighthouse guides ships along the coast, its beam visible for many miles. Hiking trails wind along the cliff tops, offering panoramic views and encounters with wild Mediterranean flora. Easy access by road and well-maintained paths make this destination suitable for casual explorers and passionate hikers alike. We gather our content from various sources. If you notice anything off or have something to add, let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Perched on the Sant'Elia promontory, the fort of Sant'Elia, now widely known as Fortino di Sant'Ignazio, was commissioned in 1792 as a strategic military outpost. Engineer Franco Lorenzo designed it with inspiration from the Vauban school, aiming to create a fortress equipped with advanced firepower and defensive capabilities. Despite its ambitious blueprint, the fort was never fully realized. Only one tower was casemated, the moat left unfinished, and the cistern never constructed. After decades of quiet, it found new purpose during World War II, functioning as a listening post to detect approaching Allied bombers. Though incomplete, Fortino di Sant'Ignazio remains a fascinating testament to Cagliari's layered military history and shifting strategic needs. Cala Luna is one of those places that doesn't feel real until you're standing right there, staring at the clearest water you've ever seen. The beach isn't huge, and the sand is mixed with little stones, which sounds weird but actually feels kinda perfect under your feet. Getting there isn't easy. You either hike through a hot rocky trail or take a boat, but somehow the effort makes it feel more earned. When you finally arrive, the first thing you notice is how calm everything is, like the world just turned its volume down. Big caves carved into the cliffs sit right on the beach, and you can just climb in, lie down, and listen to the waves echo. There aren't loud bars or packed sunbeds, just nature doing its thing, and a few people who seem just as stunned as you are. Cala Luna isn't just a spot on the map. It's that rare kind of place that makes you forget your phone exists. Tavolara Island rises boldly from the sea, a towering limestone and granite ridge that stretches along Sardinia's northeastern coast. Its dramatic cliffs and remote beaches belong to the Tavolara Punta Coda Cavallo Marine Protected Area, a haven of biodiversity and raw beauty. Though unassuming today, the island has been inhabited since Neolithic times and later welcomed Genoese settlers in the 18th century. One of them, Giuseppe Bertoleone, is said to have claimed the island as his kingdom after settling there. In 1836, King Charles Albert of Savoy reportedly visited the island, intrigued by goat with golden-stained teeth, an effect of the native helichrysum plants. Legend holds that the king acknowledged Bertoleone as the monarch of Tavolara, thus founding what became known as the world's smallest kingdom. That royal title remains in the Bertoleone family to this day, with descendants still living as Tavolara's only permanent residents. The Gulf of Orosei stretches along the eastern coast of Sardinia, offering some of the most breathtaking landscapes on the island. Towering cliffs rise sharply from the sea, covered in dense Mediterranean vegetation that adds rich green tones to the rocky coastline. The water is famously clear and turquoise, inviting visitors to swim, snorkel, or simply float peacefully. Hidden beaches dot the shoreline, many accessible only by boat, giving them a secluded and untouched feel. Sea caves and grottos carved over thousands of years provide fascinating spots to explore and admire nature's artistry. Small fishing boats glide quietly through the calm waters, connecting the coastline's secrets with those who seek them. The surrounding environment is protected, helping preserve rare wildlife and marine species unique to this area. The cliffs show layers of rock shaped by time, telling the story of ancient forces that created this dramatic coastline. The sound of waves crashing against rocks combines with the gentle rustling of leaves, creating a peaceful soundtrack. Sunlight dances across the water's surface, sparkling like scattered diamonds under the bright sky. The Gulf's beauty changes with the seasons, from vibrant summer blues to the soft hues of autumn sunsets. Hiking trails near the coast offer panoramic views that make every step worthwhile for nature lovers. The smell of salt and pine fills the air, refreshing anyone lucky enough to visit this hidden paradise. At dawn, the quiet Gulf glows softly, inviting early risers to witness a calm and magical moment. Visiting the Gulf of Arossi is like stepping into a timeless world where nature remains pure and powerful. Is there a region or country you're curious to explore next? Let us know, and we'll uncover it together in an upcoming video. La Pelosa Beach, now famed for its powdery white sand and crystal clear waters, has a rich history deeply tied to the maritime defense of northwestern Sardinia. For centuries, the waters near Stintino were frequented by merchant fleets and threatened by pirates, making the area strategically vital. To protect this coastal stretch, the Torre della Pelosa was built in the late 16th century on a small islet near the shore. This watchtower formed part of a larger defensive network established by the Crown of Aragon to monitor and guard the Mediterranean. The tower, made of stone and designed in a truncated cone shape, served both as a lookout and a military outpost. In times of unrest, soldiers stationed there would relay warnings to inland settlements using smoke or fire signals. As Sardinia passed through various rulers, from Spanish to Piedmontese, La Pelosa remained under close military observation. At that time, the beach itself was rugged and undeveloped, far removed from the idyllic tourist image it holds today. In the 19th and early 20th centuries, Stintino began to evolve from a fishing village into a seaside retreat, and La Pelosa slowly gained attention. Following World War II, the area saw a growing appreciation for its natural beauty, with locals and Italians flocking to its shores. In more recent decades, environmental protection efforts, including the establishment of marine conservation zones, have helped preserve the beach's ecological balance. Strict regulations now limit access, anchoring, and even sunbathing spots to reduce environmental impact. The nearby Torre della Pelosa still stands, silently bearing witness to centuries of coastal history. Its presence reminds visitors that La Pelousa's serene landscape once served as a military frontier. The beach is not only a symbol of Sardinian beauty, but also a place layered with history, resilience, and cultural memory. Capo San Marco is a windswept headland located at the southern tip of the Sinis Peninsula, on Sardinia's wild and rugged western coast. Jutting into the Mediterranean Sea, the Cape offers breathtaking views where turquoise waters meet rocky cliffs and golden sand dunes. This scenic promontory holds great archaeological importance as it borders the ancient city of Pharos, founded by the Phoenicians around the 8th century BCE. Over the centuries, Pharos was expanded by the Punics and Romans, who left behind roads, baths, and temples that still stand today. Capo San Marco served as a strategic lookout point, controlling access to the Gulf of Oristano and the surrounding coastline. Walking along its coastal paths, visitors encounter traces of ancient civilizations. A Roman road, still partially visible today, once linked the Cape to the heart of the ancient settlement. The nearby Torre di San Giovanni, a 17th century Spanish watchtower, adds another layer to the site's historical depth. Now part of the Sinis Marine Protected Area, Capo San Marco is celebrated for its unspoiled coastline, crystal clear waters, and archaeological richness. It is a place where history, nature, and the timeless rhythm of the sea come together in perfect harmony. Waves meet wilderness at this rugged cape, where dramatic landforms mark the southwestern edge of Sardinia's untouched beauty. Its rocky headland, shaped by time and wind, shelters calm coves where turquoise waters gently lap against golden sands. The 16th century Spanish watchtower still stands, once guarding this strategic point from seafaring threats across the Mediterranean horizon. The Cape remains a serene escape, where natural beauty and echoes of history coexist in quiet, windswept harmony. Cala Sicine is a stunning beach tucked away along the wild eastern coastline of Sardinia, within the Gulf of Orose. Surrounded by towering limestone cliffs and thick Mediterranean scrub, it offers a dramatic and secluded natural setting. The beach features smooth white pebbles and pale sand that shimmer under the Sardinian sun. Once a river mouth, the area still reflects its geological origins, with a dry valley, Codula di Sicine, leading down to the shore. The isolation of Cala Sicine contributes to its serene atmosphere, far removed from the noise of busy tourist hubs. Reaching the beach requires a boat ride or a trek through forested paths and rugged terrain, enhancing its sense of remoteness. With no major buildings or tourist infrastructure, Cala Sicine has remained largely untouched by modern development. The high cliffs cast shadows across the beach in the late afternoon, creating a striking play of light and texture. The surrounding landscape changes subtly with the seasons, from spring wildflowers to sun-bleached rocks in summer. Cala Sicine stands as a quiet monument to Sardinia's raw, unspoiled beauty, timeless and untamed. Torre della Pelosa is a striking 16th century watchtower located on a tiny islet just off the coast of La Pelosa Beach in Stintino, Sardinia. Built around 1578, it formed part of a vast network of coastal towers designed to defend the island from pirate raids and foreign invasions. Its strategic position allowed it to guard the narrow passage between Sardinia and the island of Asinara. The tower was constructed in a truncated cone shape, with thick stone walls that could withstand attacks and harsh sea weather. Accessed only by rope ladder, it provided shelter for a small group of soldiers and served as a lookout post. From its terrace, guards could send signals to other towers across the coastline, creating an early warning system. Though no longer in military use, the structure remains well preserved and is protected as a historical monument. It is not open to visitors, but its silhouette against the turquoise sea is one of the most iconic views in northern Sardinia. Torre della Pelosa stands today not just as a landmark, but as a lasting reminder of Sardinia's coastal vigilance and rich maritime history. Standing on a rugged cliff overlooking the sparkling Mediterranean, this ancient watchtower commands a spectacular view of the coastline below. Built during the 16th century, it formed part of a defensive system against pirate attacks, standing as a vigilant guardian of the shoreline. Its weathered cylindrical structure still commands attention, revealing the strategic importance it once held. A short, scenic trail leads visitors through fragrant Mediterranean shrubs and herbs, adding to the natural charm of the journey. Along the path, changing elevations provide breathtaking glimpses of the sea, the sandy beaches below, and distant mountain ranges. From its vantage point, the sunlight dances on the waves, while the untouched beaches stretch endlessly beneath the tower's watchful gaze. Though no longer used for defense, the tower's stone walls tell stories of centuries past and coastal vigilance. Locals and travelers cherish this landmark, which beautifully intertwines nature's splendor with historical significance. Its presence embodies Sardinia's rich heritage and deep connection to the sea and land. Visitors leave with a sense of awe, inspired by both the natural beauty and the echoes of history held within these ancient walls. Rising dramatically from turquoise waters, Pedrolonga's towering limestone spire serves as a striking testament to nature's artistry. Once connected to the surrounding cliffs, this immense rock broke away long ago, becoming a breathtaking natural monument. Shaped relentlessly by time and the elements, its sheer face soars to 128 meters, creating a spectacular contrast against the deep blue sea. Declared a natural monument in 1993 due to its geological importance, Praslin rugged beauty is protected for generations to admire. A winding road leads travelers to its base, where panoramic views stretch in every direction, showcasing the raw splendor of the coastline. Scenic trails tracing the cliffs invite adventurers to immerse themselves in the wild landscapes that define this extraordinary region. Stone pathways descend from the peak toward the water, offering visitors a chance to marvel at the spire's immense scale from below. The interplay of sunlight and shadow across its jagged surface enhances its grandeur, making it a mesmerizing sight throughout the day. Whether viewed from a distance or explored up close, Praslin remains an awe-inspiring symbol of Sardinia's untamed natural beauty. Towering golden dunes, some reaching 60 meters high, make Praslin an unforgettable sight along the Costa Verde and Arbus. Formed over time by the relentless mistral winds, the dunes stretch for several kilometers. This isolated paradise resembles a scene from an Oriental masterpiece. The ecological and landscape value of the dunes has been recognized by UNESCO, which has declared them a World Heritage Site. Sardinia's west coast boasts Praslin as one of the most essential destinations for nature lovers and adventurers. Vast and desert-like, the landscape is of a pristine beauty that captivates all who visit. Tucked just south of Olbia, this coastal gem enchants travelers with its golden beaches and shimmering Tyrrhenian waters. Once a humble fishing village, it now thrives as a peaceful retreat where natural beauty meets understated sophistication. La Cinta Beach stretches 3 kilometers, showcasing powdery white sand and turquoise waves, framed by the distant silhouette of Tavalara Island. Close by, Lu Impostu, often called Little Tahiti, dazzles with radiant shallows and colors that shift under the Mediterranean light. Brandinchi Beach, known for its Caribbean-like charm, offers a tranquil escape with soft sands and calm, crystal-clear waters. All three belong to a protected marine area, ensuring their unspoiled scenery remains preserved for future generations. Wander through the town and find ochre-toned homes, lively squares, and a rhythm that balances tradition with modernity. Beyond the shoreline, gentle hills and quiet lagoons enhance the landscape's serenity and invite peaceful exploration. This corner of Sardinia captures the island's coastal soul, wild yet graceful, familiar yet forever breathtaking in its simplicity. At the heart of the Costa Smeralda, this glamorous destination effortlessly blends pristine nature with high-end luxury and elegance. Located along Sardinia's northern coast, it was envisioned in the 1960s by Prince Karim Aga Khan IV as an elite escape. Top architects designed the village, where pastel buildings, curved alleys, and intimate piazzas evoke timeless Mediterranean sophistication. Its centerpiece, a world-class marina, welcomes prestigious regattas and lavish yachts, standing among the finest in the Mediterranean basin. Chic boutiques, gourmet restaurants, and lively nightlife offer a refined atmosphere that appeals to global tastemakers and jet-set travelers. Surrounding beaches with powdery sands and crystal waters provide quiet refuge beyond the buzz of Porto Cervo's vibrant summer rhythm. Whether admiring superyachts or strolling cobbled paths, one senses that this town is Sardinia's purest embodiment of luxury lifestyle. At Sardinia's northern tip lies a dramatic headland where wind-carved cliffs, turquoise waters, and traces of ancient civilizations converge. Linked to the mainland by a narrow isthmus, it overlooks the Strait of Bonifacio, blending natural beauty with historical significance. The Capo Testa Lighthouse, built in 1845, continues to guide maritime traffic with its white masonry tower standing proudly above the sea. Ruins of an ancient Roman port, possibly Tibula, and abandoned granite quarries offer compelling glimpses into the site's layered historical past. While the lighthouse opens only on rare occasions, the surrounding seascape and rocky terrain make it an unforgettable place to explore. Up on a quiet hill by the sea, there's this old stone tower that feels like it's been forgotten by time. It's weathered and simple, but somehow it fits perfectly with the rocky cliffs and the salty air. Climb up there and you'll get a view that honestly doesn't feel real, just endless blue and silence. Most people miss it, which kind of makes it better, like it's your own little secret. The sand feels soft and almost powdery, and the water is so clear and blue it's like a dream. The beach is pretty spacious, so even when there are people around, it never feels crowded or noisy. The waves are gentle enough to swim in, but still fun to splash around. It's the kind of spot where you just want to chill, forget about everything, and soak up the sun. For centuries, fishermen relied on a small, sheltered spot along the coast to safely dock their boats away from rough seas. Cala Fuili's high cliffs made it an ideal natural harbor, protecting boats from strong winds and waves. The area around the beach also has traces of ancient settlements, showing people have lived there for thousands of years. Visiting the beach still feels like stepping back to a simpler, quieter time. Figueroa Island sits just off the coast, small and rocky, rising sharply from the sea like it doesn't care who's watching. It's mostly covered in green, with cliffs that drop straight into clear blue water. You won't find any buildings or crowds here, just silence, sea, and the occasional breeze through the trees. From a distance, it feels almost unreal, like a place frozen in time and untouched by everything else around it. Cagliari, Sardinia's vibrant capital, captivates visitors with its blend of historic grandeur, coastal beauty, and sweeping vistas. Set upon rolling hills, the city harmoniously merges ancient legacies with contemporary charm. Its streets pulse with timeless character, from quaint neighborhoods steeped in tradition to bustling promenades adorned. Along the sun-kissed shoreline, expansive golden beaches beckon for leisurely days and lively nighttime gatherings beneath a canopy of stars. The city's rich history is etched into its ancient ruins, from imposing amphitheaters to sprawling necropolises offering windows into civilizations long past. Sacred celebrations fill the air with reverence, while vibrant markets and waterfront quarters highlight the island's multicultural heritage. Nature flourishes in nearby lagoons and parks, where elegant flamingos wade through crystal-clear waters and hiking trails entice explorers. As dusk falls, terrace lights glow softly, creating a magical ambiance perfect for romantic evenings overlooking the shimmering sea. Cagliari's cuisine delights with fresh seafood and aromatic local wines, embodying the heart and soul of Sardinian culinary tradition. Whether wandering through its historical landmarks or soaking up its lively atmosphere, this Mediterranean gem enchants all who visit. Rising straight out of the sea, there's a giant limestone rock that looks like it was dropped there on purpose. That's Pan di Zucchero towering at over 130 meters, standing alone just off the coast of southwest Sardinia. From a distance, it doesn't even look real. It's massive, bold, and oddly perfect in shape. Its name means sugar loaf, probably because it looks smooth and bright white under the sun. Waves crash constantly at its base, but it just stands there, solid and unmoved, like it's been watching forever. No roads lead to it, no buildings sit on it, it's just raw stone in the middle of blue water. The surface is steep and jagged, but climbers still come for the challenge, drawn by its quiet intensity. There's something strange about how silent it feels, even when the sea is loud all around it. From nearby cliffs, it looks like a monument, almost like it was carved for some ancient purpose. The water around it is insanely clear, and on calm days it reflects the rock like a mirror. It's part of a larger coastline that feels wild and forgotten, with old mining buildings and quiet beaches. Some say the view at sunset is the best on the island, when the rock turns gold and the sky softens. It's not surrounded by tourist spots or noise, just open sea, cliffs, and that one giant piece of earth. Being near it makes you feel small, in a good way, like nature is reminding you of its power. Zucchero doesn't try to impress, it just exists, solid and still, and somehow that's more than enough. Tucked into a scenic bay, this northeastern Sardinian town effortlessly weaves together ancient roots, coastal charm, and urban vitality. Its busy port, airport, and railway links establish Olbia as a crucial transportation hub and a magnet for curious travelers. Founded in antiquity, it prospered under both Greek and Roman influence, later transforming into a fortified medieval settlement rich in heritage. Traces of Phoenician presence and Roman infrastructure still remain, mingling with graceful Pisan architecture in the town's historic quarters. Today, Olbia supports a thriving economy through fishing, trade, and traditional craftsits cork production, especially known throughout the island. Golden beaches and clear waters have helped position it as a go-to destination for those craving a Mediterranean escape. Museums, cafes, and gourmet restaurants bring warmth and flavor to a town that still pulses with Sardinian identity. As tourism expands along this coast, Olbia balances modern growth with an enduring reverence for its natural and cultural legacy. A medieval fortress town rises dramatically above the sea, its colorful houses cascading down steep hillsides. Castel Sardo was founded in the 12th century by the Genoese Doria family, who built the imposing castle to defend against maritime invasions. The fortress served as a strategic military stronghold, controlling the northern Sardinian coast. Over the centuries, Castelsardo witnessed conflicts between rival powers, including the Aragonese and the Pisans, shaping its fortifications and architecture. Its stone walls, towers, and narrow streets reflect the town's defensive role throughout the Middle Ages. Churches built in Romanesque and Gothic styles stand as silent witnesses to its historical evolution. Archaeological evidence reveals even earlier settlements in the area, dating back to prehistoric times. The town's name evolved from the ancient Roman name, Castellum Sardis, highlighting its long-standing significance. In the 14th century, Castelsardo became part of the Kingdom of Aragon, further influencing its cultural and architectural landscape. During the Renaissance, the town expanded beyond its walls, blending medieval structures with new styles. The castle itself, known as the Doria Castle, remains one of Sardinia's best preserved medieval fortresses. Its location allowed it to control maritime routes and protect local communities from pirate attacks. Castelsardo's historical importance continued through the centuries as it adapted to changing political powers. Its architecture still tells stories of defense, resilience, and cultural exchange. The old town preserves its medieval charm with cobbled streets and fortified buildings. A breathtaking cluster of islands lies just off Sardinia's coast, renowned for its extraordinary natural beauty. Comprising over 60 islands and islets, the archipelago's main ones, Maddalena, Caprera, and Santo Stefano, form a protected national park that stands as a Mediterranean treasure. The coastline extends for more than 180 kilometers, featuring pristine white sandy beaches, rugged coves, and gently rolling hills. Turquoise waters lap against striking granite cliffs, creating a serene atmosphere perfect for visitors seeking tranquility. Unlike the lively Costa Smeralda, this archipelago offers a chance to escape modern life and enjoy a Robinson Crusoe-like solitude. The protected marine environment supports rich biodiversity, attracting nature enthusiasts and marine conservationists alike. Those who venture into the archipelago's rugged landscapes will discover thriving Mediterranean flora and secluded paradises such as Cala Francese and Punta Digue. Both wildlife and weary travelers find refuge here, embraced by the archipelago's peaceful and pristine surroundings. Situated along Sardinia's northwest coast, Alghero presents a fascinating fusion of medieval heritage and coastal beauty. Its historic center, alive with character, preserves the rich legacy of its Catalan roots, where the Catalan language continues to be spoken. Established in 1102, the town's history is woven through its architecture, prominently featuring majestic Aragonese influences, including a striking 16th-century cathedral. Once a bustling fishing port, Alghero grew into a vital hub shaped by centuries of cultural exchange and political change. From its origins as a medieval stronghold to its present-day charm, Alghero remains a living museum of Sardinian history. Surrounding the town, the protected marine park of Capo Caccia Isola Piana safeguards both natural wonders and historical landmarks like Neptune's Grotto. Its cultural fabric is enriched by centuries of diverse influences, making it a distinctive place in the Mediterranean. Its story is one of resilience, adaptation, and cultural pride. Bossa is a captivating jewel, nestled along the winding banks of the Timo River, Sardinia's only navigable waterway, where history, culture, and nature intertwine seamlessly. Its labyrinthine streets and kaleidoscopic houses ascend the hillside like a vibrant mosaic, offering breathtaking vistas that whisper tales of centuries past. Commanding the skyline is the majestic Malaspina Castle, a sentinel perched atop, gazing over the sprawling landscape with timeless grace. The roots of Bossa reach deep into antiquity, tracing back to the enigmatic Nuragic civilization, whose ancient secrets linger in nearby archaeological relics. Throughout the Middle Ages, the town blossomed into a formidable stronghold under the stewardship of the Malaspina dynasty. Erected in the 12th century, the castle's robust stone walls once stood as an impregnable fortress warding off invaders, a testament to resilience etched in time. Layers of history have woven a rich tapestry of cultural influences from Romans, Byzantines, and Aragonese, reflected in Bosa's architectural kaleidoscope, spanning Romanesque to Baroque. In 1499, Bosa's elevation to royal city status marked a golden era of flourishing commerce and masterful craftsmanship. Meandering through the medieval quarter of Sacosta, visitors are immersed in a labyrinth of narrow alleys, historic churches, and quaint piazzas, each corner echoing with stories. Artisans in Bosa continue to weave the fabric of tradition through exquisite coral jewelry and intricately hand-woven baskets, preserving the heartbeat of local heritage. The serene flow of the Timo River adds a soothing rhythm to the town's atmosphere, inviting languid strolls beneath leafy canopies. Bosa Marina's tranquil beaches and inviting promenade offer a peaceful retreat where sea and sky meld in perfect harmony. The juxtaposition of rugged cliffs and gentle waters crafts a dramatic yet serene coastal landscape. There's a small town by the sea that instantly makes you feel relaxed the moment you walk through its streets. Colorful buildings and narrow alleys give the place a cozy vibe where you can easily lose track of time wandering around. The nearby beaches have soft white sand and crystal clear turquoise water that looks almost unreal under the sun. Even when it's busy, you can find quiet spots on the beach that feel like your own private paradise. The locals are super friendly and always ready to share tips about the best hidden places along the coast. The sea is calm and perfect for swimming or just floating while enjoying the warm sun. Boats often sail nearby, adding a peaceful rhythm to the sound of waves gently hitting the shore. You can walk along the coastline for miles without seeing many people, just nature and the sea stretching endlessly. The air smells fresh with hints of pine trees and salty ocean breeze that instantly refreshes your mind. Every moment spent here feels like a little escape, a chance to breathe and recharge. It's easy to feel completely disconnected from the noisy, busy world and simply enjoy the slow pace here. Forget what you think you know about Italy. Sardinia is on a completely different wavelength. It's not just another beach destination. It's mountains, silence, raw coastline, and villages that feel stuck in time. Here, you can drive for hours without seeing a single person, then suddenly find a beach that looks untouched. The sea is insanely clear, the kind that makes you stop and just stare for a while. But Sardinia isn't just about pretty views, it's about feeling something deeper, slower, more real. The island has its own rhythm, its own language, and a wild soul that's hard to describe. You won't find giant resorts or packed tourist traps, just space, stone, wind, and sea. If you're looking for something different, something raw and unforgettable, Sardinia quietly waits.